Hi and welcome back to my channel Crafty Calamity. So today I'm going to be working with the Christmas Classic luxury topper collection, and I'm going to be working with the Santa's on His Way topper set. So I have pre-cut a 12 by 12 card down to a 6 by 6, and I'm going to turn this into a, what do they call it? Forgotten the name of the card type. What's it called? So it's going to be a tent fold, but it's going to have a crease down in the 3-inch mark to turn it into a can't think the name what this is called. It'll come back to me. So I'm going to use one of the Father Christmas toppers on this one with the corresponding card stock. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the little teddy one, or whether I'm going to use the one with Santa on it. And obviously I've got the inserts here as well when I find them, which are under here, which will go on the inside of the card as well. So I'm just going to get another piece of card, which I've got here, and I'm going to cut this with my trimmer down to a 6 inches piece of card for the front of the card. So it's going to be a full front card with the easel, that's the word I was looking for, easel card. So this is going to go directly onto the top of there, like so. So it's got full size card, so that it actually sits with my big Father Christmas on the top. So I'm just going to put that to one side and that to one side for the minute. I've got a piece of gold mirri, which I need 2 pieces of gold mirri, one for the inside and one for the outside, and they're both going to be 2 notches under the 6 both ways, and 2 notches under the 6 on that one, and the same with this one. So this should be big enough, hopefully, to be 2 notches under the 6. Might go a little bit smaller for this one because this is going to be the inside. So I might go 3 notches under the 6 on this one, which is only taking the sliver off because it's more or less the same, right size. And then same this way, 3 notches under the 6, and that's going to be for my inside of the card. So I'm going to take my piece of cardstock, which is this one, and I'm going to use on the top of the cards. I'm not going to use the Santa Claus on this one because it's going to be on the front of the card. So I'm just going to cut this one from this side and go 4 notches under the 6. This way is going to be the same, 4 notches under the 6, and that's going to go onto this one, which I'm going to decide whether I'm going to put it that way up or whether it's going to go sideways with the topper on the top of that one. So that's just going to go there for the moment. Then I need to bring in this trimmer, my guillotine, to do the insert for this one. So this one I'm going to use for the Father Christmas part of him. So this one needs to be, I'm going to go 4 notches under the 6 because I'm going to use the Father Christmas. The reason why I use this guillotine is because this cuts paper a lot better than the actual paper trimmer. And then this one is going to be the same. That way, and then that should fit onto this other piece of gold card that I have here. Which will then sit on the inside of the card under there. Okay, so I'm just going to put them on the floor out the way for now. I'm going to take my other bits of card and paper and put them underneath my topper sheet. So then I'm just going to start assembling this and this together. So this one is, I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to use my little tape runner for the papers in the corners. Oh, I think that one's just run out. Oh no, we've still got this one. Just in them corners, and a bit of tacky glue just around the edges of this one. If this bottle wants to work, which is not working very well. Just get my pin and see if I can give it a little bit of a loosen up. So glue, there we go. So the glue actually comes out. It's not coming out, it's got a blockage somewhere. Just going to get my pin again. Just bear with me a sec. It's not blocked. It's just been awkward today. There we go. I think it's got a little bit of a air bubble or something in this. Let me get my other one until I sort that one out. Hopefully this one is working. Just pull that bit off the end there. Yeah, this one's working a bit better. So just putting a bit of glue on there. Make sure they put Father Christmas up the right way around on my mirror. And hopefully this will go exactly in the place where I need it to be. Spread it out a little bit, and then on the back of this one I will use my all-purpose glue. I might have to unblock that as well. Just wait for it to come down to the bottom so I can squeeze to get it out. Just place this in the centre of the card. A bit of tacky glue on the corners. And place this just on the inside of this card base. And hopefully it should be a perfect position for you to put your greetings and writing in it. If you didn't want to do this and you wanted to use another card stock to go, you could put your verse and writing on the back of the card. So now this one I'm going to use this because it's card, not paper. So back in with the tacky glue, just in the centre, not too close to the edges, and then a drop of glue just to go on there. Turn this over. Turn this one over as well, otherwise I'm going to be sticking it all the wrong way, which will not look good on the front of the card if I put it on upside down. I'm just going to place that onto there, and then this is going to go onto this piece of card. Same again on the back with the all-purpose glue, and then the tacky glue in the corners like so, and then good to place that. I'm going to place that onto the front here. Oops, before I do that, I need to make sure that this card is going the right way around. Let me just bear with me a moment, just so I know that this is going to be the right way up. Because sometimes these get cut a little bit too big. So we're going to stick it that way on, and I'm going to have the stars at the bottom. So that is going to go onto there. Just need to move it up a tad. And then stick that down. And then, so that it doesn't stick to the bit where I don't want it to stick, I'm going to place the glue onto the card itself with a little bit of tacky glue in these corners. Place this one the way I want it onto the card. Just going to bring that down that way, just so that I can place this where it needs to be, which is proving a bit difficult doing it that way. So I'm coming back to the old way, and I seem to have a lot of glue on me and on the card. So just placing this down into position, and hopefully when the card is standing it should stand up like that when I've put the sentiment on. So that's how the card is going to be, and hopefully that will stick onto there properly. Just give it a good old press down so that the glue spreads out, and then it should, when it's all put together, it should stand up like an easel. So my decision, or thing, is either to use this top one with the blue. I'm just looking to see what I've got left out of my other card to make another card. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this blue one at the top here. Just going to gently pull them out. Gently pull them out as well. And I think what I'm going to go with is Santa is on his way. With that one. And I think that might be it for that one. Don't think I need all of the frames. I think I'm going to leave that gold in a circle, in a frame out. I'm just going to go with the outer one. Just going to put some strips onto this one all around. These are very thin strips. These are from Amazon. Just little craft strips. I don't really know what millimetre they are or what the width of them is. I just got a whole bunch of them. Big pack for, I think it was something like $7.99 for the whole big wad of them. So I've got loads still. Just going all the way around this one. I have just started buying Hunkydory foam pads as well, because some of their foam pads look really big. Sometimes I have to use a tool to get the backings off of these ones. So just pull the backings off without trying to stab myself. And stick into it. Ow, stab myself with my tool, it's clever. All good. So, this one, if I have it so it comes up a little bit, it's going to be too big for a 6x6 envelope. So I think I'm just going to keep this symmetrical. Like so. And then this one I'm going to use some of my foam pad squares that I've got here. This one I cut down. And I bought, these were oblong shape. I had to cut them down for another card that I made, because sometimes my foam pads that I have are not the right size, so you can cut any foam pad down to make them smaller to fit what you need, especially when doing decoupage. Just going to pull these backings off. Like so. And on this one I'm going to put on a bit of tacky glue just on on these foam pads, just to give me a bit of wriggle room, just so I can get it into the right position on the front of this card. So that's how that's looking at the moment. And then this one, Santa is on his way. Just going to put some foam pads on the back of that one. That should do. Just 2 onto that one. And then a little bit of tacky glue on that one, just so that I got a little bit of wriggle room again when placing this down to hold the card open when it is standing up. You can do it as high as you want to or as low as you wish, so you could do it like that, or you could do it right up there so that it stands up like that. I'm going to put mine round about there on that side, so you can still see part of Father Christmas on there. And then I might end up putting this little teddy one onto here as well, just in that top right hand corner. So you can still write on there if you really wanted to. If you didn't want to write on that side, you can just reverse and write on the back. You can write, oops. So when he's standing up like that, oh, he's not standing up today. So when you stand him up like that, you can write on the back of there, or you could still write on the back of there if you didn't want to write on the inside of this one. I'm just going to put a bit of tacky glue on that just so that I can get him into the right place. And then we're going to do the final bit of putting some gems, so that's just going in that top right hand corner. He'll stand up just like that on your recipient's mantelpiece, table, windowsill, wherever you may put him or put it. So now I'm just going to look through my gem stash and see what colour we can go with. I can go with the blue like this one, or I can go with, I've got some red somewhere, not deep red. Got loads of gems but I don't seem to have. I could go with gold. I might go with gold. As the gold, I've got gold in the frame and in the backing sheets. Well, I'm just going to tip a few of these out just to have a look and see what ones I like the best. Just going to grab my picky up tool. Just going to place a couple of random on here for the time being until I decide if I want to go with these like pinky purpley colour, or whether I'm going to stick and go with the gold. Now, I'm going to go with these goldy colour ones. I mean, there's a couple of yellow ones in there, which I think that's more yellow. So we have these bigger gold ones. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to go with them. There's loads of different shapes and sizes in here, and some of them are really, really, really small. So I'm just going to put one there, then one and one there. So pick it up tool, put that one there, put another big one down in this bottom corner, and then oops, then I'm going to go for a smaller one. Just make sure it's the gold colour and not the yellowy colour, which a lot of these seem to be yellow and not the gold. Come on, turn over. You're yellow as well. Oh dear, there's a lot of yellow ones in this one, more yellow than gold. There's a gold one, tiny one, that I'm going to do. And then there's another one here, it's a little bit bigger. So that'd be it for that card. Just put these away so I don't lose them. Back it into my little pot. Just keep them out for the time being in case I want them for my next card. Oops. Stand up. So there you have my first of the classic Christmas cards, which was out of the bumper. Yeah, the bumper Christmas collection that they did back in July. I joined them in June, yeah, so about July. So there's card number 1. So I'm just going to have a tidy down and prepare for my next card, and I will be back to do that one with you. Right, okay, I'm back with my other card, with my next card. So this piece of card was an A4. I've cut it down to a 10. So it was that way. So that's 10 that way, and then it's 8 1/4 that way. And it stands by 5 by 8 1/4. So I've got a bit of gold card, gold mirror for my base. So it should be 5 this way, and I'm going to go 2 notches under the 5, which it already is. So that should be perfect to go onto there, that way. And then I need to cut it down, so it's 8 1/4, so I need to cut it down to 2 notches under the 8 1/4, and then that should fit nicely onto here. Turn it up that way as it was, and I'm going to blind you all with the gold. So that should fit just on there like so. And the topper that I'm going with is this other Father Christmas. Let's go and shh. And then I'm using this piece of card stock. So it's 5 that way, 2 notches under the 5, 4 notches under the 5. That takes it to there. And then this way it is 8 1/4, which is there, so I need to go 4 notches under the 8 1/4, which is there. Just a smidge off of that. Oops. And then that bit is for the top of my card. So back in with the all-purpose. Just in the middle. Bit of tacky glue on the edges, on the corners. And then stick this onto the front of this mirror card, and hopefully it fits on there perfect. Like so. And then onto the front of this one. Same again, tacky glue on the edges, and then place this onto the front of your card. If I get it in the right place. too far that way. There we go. So originally I was going to go with this one. Let me just see how this is going to look on the front of this one, because if I can help it, I don't want to cover up, that's going to cover up his head. So what I might do is, I've got these two little tiny ones here, I can get them off. And that one, and I've got this one at the bottom here, so I'm just going to pull all these off, and then I've got a border which I might use on my third card. Just going to snip this out while I've got it here. Side, just move that out the way for the moment. I just don't need that anymore. So originally I was going to go with this one, but he is going to take up all that space. So what I'm going to do with this one is, I've got a bit of gold here, might use that, I don't know. Let me just have a look to see if I want to place this one on here or not. Having a little play around to see. No, I don't like that. So I'm going to place that one there, I think. Might put him down the bottom here. Or I might just go that one at the bottom. No, I don't like it. I'm going to go with that one. So let's just put this on here and have a lumber look. Let's see if I'm going to place that there or not. No. Go with these two here. So I'm going to place that one down the bottom here, that one there. Make a wish this Christmas somewhere around there, and then what I'm going to do is use this bit and I'm going to cut it and put it underneath these, this one and that one. So let's go ahead and put this one on, because this one's not going to have any of that underneath. I'm just going to stick these onto there, take the backings off. And I'm going to place this one down in this corner, about there. Need a bit of room for some gems. And then this one, so I'm going to cut this in half, so the side, that's a bit long. Just going to see how far down I want this one to come, with this one on the top, so I don't want it to come down too far, so probably about there. And then this one, I'm just going to glue this one down with my all-purpose glue. Like so. Excuse my sniffling. Just going to stick that onto there. Oops. Try and get it as straight as possible. And I'm going to do the same the other side. And this one is going to go on top. So where do I want to place this one? So I don't want that one to show underneath. Same as I don't want this one to show underneath. So that's going to go there, and that one is going to go about there like that. So let's go ahead and glue this one on. That's that. So I've got to place that one down about there. And that's going to sit on the top like so. So that'll look like that when it's put together properly. I've lost my foam pads, so they've gone on the floor. Bear with, I'll pick them up and get to them. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to place the foam pads onto the back of these. Just going to finish putting them onto this one. So that they're ready to be pulled off. I have a little bin on my desk. I've got a bin by the side of me on the floor, and I've got a bin on my desk where I put all my little bits off that I pull off the back of these foam pads. Put a bit of tacky glue on the back of there. I'm just going to turn that over so I can see where I'm going to place him. Yep, that's a good position. Do the same with this one. Just pull the backings off. Bit of tacky glue. And then the same with this one. Just going to turn this one around. This one is going off a little bit, so it's not directly over it. So it's just going to sit off centre on that one. Not very straight. Okay. And that's card number 2. But I'm going to put a ribbon on top of this one. I'm going to see if I've got a red bow, small ones. A little red one, and I've got these dark, deep blue ones. Don't have navy, I don't think. Not in there anyway. But in this one. No. Okay. So I'm just going to go with that red one, I think, on this bottom one, with a glue dot. Or if you wanted to, you could use 3D gel, which I've got that as well. But I tend to use a lot of glue dots on mine because they seem to work. So I'm just going to place that on there, like so. Don't think we need another one on the bottom. Might place a gem on that one. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go with these gems because they're not very gold like. So I'm just going to have a little look through and see what kind of gems I've got now. So I've got a bit of a selection of gems from Hunkydory. Just looking to see, I've got these ones which are vintage. So I'm going to look through some of my other ones. Now I've got these gold and silver ones. Actually, I think I might go with them ones for a change. I'll take these out. And then I've got my pick it up tool. So on this one at the very bottom, once I get these off of here, then okay, put him onto there. That should work. Yeah. I'm going to put one down here. One of the big ones up in this corner. And I'm going to go with a smaller one here, like so, and there. And then I'm going to come in with these little teeny tiny one and put one onto there. And there we have card number 2. And then I'm just going to get my, oh, I just lost that frame, and I'm going to get my trusty guillotine in, and I'm going to cut this one down to, it's very hard to see on this trimmer, so I'm just going to cut this one down to about there. I need to check the height of it. So it is just about 8 1/4. This doesn't have, this only goes up to 6. So I'm just going to cut a smidgen off and then have a look to see how that fits into here. Yep, that is perfect for that. Just put that down there, and then I'm just going to use my tape runner for this one. Just because of it being paper. Whenever I do these tape runners, I never seem to go very straight with the tape itself on here. It always seems to go off. It's very hard to see when you're working with a tape runner. Just open that card up just so that I can place this down on the inside, and I'm sorry if my head gets in the way a little bit while I'm trying to get this into position. It doesn't have to be perfect for the insert, so it's just so that you can put your message inside for the person who's going to receive the card. So that is the second card that I'm done, and the third card I will be back with. I just need to again have a bit of a tidy up and get ready and set up and have a little see what I'm going to do with my third final card for this collection, with this set, sorry, not this collection. I've only just started on this collection, so I'll be back in a few minutes once I've sorted out my third and final card. Okay, I'm back with my third and final card for this topper set. So I've got a piece of card that is, so it originally started out at 14 and it was by 10, and I've cut it down to 8, folded it in half and then folded half again to make a Z fold, so it's done like that. Okay, and it's done, it's done. So for the insert, for the inside, sorry, not the insert, I'm going to take a piece of card and I need it to be 7 by 8, but I need it to be 2 notches under the 7 and 2 notches under the 8, so that it fits inside there with my insert page on top of that. So I'm going to cut this down to 2 notches under 8. I always, when I'm cutting card like this, I always end up getting loads and loads of gold mirror scraps, which I put to the side, and eventually I do get around to using them. And then for my insert, which is this one with all the teddy bears on and the toys in Santa Claus's factory by the looks of it. So normally I would cut this down on my thing, so I'm going to have to do it this way. I'm going to have to mark it with a pencil so that I can get it. So it needs to be 4 notches under the 7 and 4 notches under the 8, and then I can use my guillotine for this one. I do have a bigger guillotine, but it's quite a big one and it does take up a lot of space. So I'm just going to bring this to the edge here, make sure it's straight, and then that pencil mark, and hopefully it'll be in the right place. And then the same for the other side. Just going to line that up with my blade here, make sure that's straight, and chop that excess off on there. So that should be the right size now for this insert and this piece of gold mirror. Which, yeah, it will be. So that's just going to go onto the inside of there, like so. And that's that bit. I'm just going to put that to the side in a minute. Now I need to bring this one in, and this needs to be trimmed down so that it is. Let me open it up so I can get, so it's 3.5. So I need another bit of gold. See if I've got some scrappy bits that might fit on here, which yes I have there. So you fit on there. No, you don't have to do the inside of the card on that reverse side because you're not going to see that one, but that's not going to be, this one might be a bit bigger. Just bear with. So yeah, so this is scrappy bit, so I don't have to get another bit of gold mirror. Just going to bring it in my trimmer. So it's 3.5 width, sorry. So it needs to be, so it's 3.5. Where are we? There we are. So 3.5, so it needs to be 2 notches under 3.5, which is there, and then it needs to be 2 notches under 8, so that's that bit done. Get rid of them, and the same with this one. 3.5, so that's 3.5, 2 notches under 3.5, that's there, and then 2 notches under the 8, which is there. So that should be the right size for these, which they are. That's them bits done. Put you over there, and then I need to do this one, which is going to be the same, but it's going to be 4 notches under the 3.5. So 3.5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 notches under the 3.5. Then it has to be same this way, 4 notches, but I'm going to go to this end and to the other end so it's even on both sides of this. I'm just going to go 2 that way, and then take it down to there, which should be a 2 that way. Just going to double check that because one side seems to come off a bit more than the other. That's fine. Same with this one. So I need to do the same again. So 3.5 plus 4 notches, which is there. And I need to go 8 and then 2 notches. That way. And the same this way. 4 notches. That should be idiot. Okay, I did that a little bit wrong because I cut it from the wrong end. Lucky enough I've got another one. So 3 notches, it needs to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to make sure that I've done this right again. No, I've done that too small now, so I'm going to have to go with this one. It's going to have to be it doesn't really matter, so it looks like we'll just have to go with that. Should have paid a bit more attention to where I was cutting on the first one that I did, but I can't do anything about that now, so I'm just going to move that over the way. And then I'm going to use my tape pen for the insert again. Just because it's paper, it's a lot easier with using a bit of tape rather than glue. But you can use glue if you prefer. I'm just going to stick this onto the gold mirror. So, use my all-purpose glue on the back. This is getting a little bit empty now, this tube. So I think this one needs filling up, and I'll have to swap it over when I come back with my next video to do my next cards. Bit of tacky glue in the corners. Bring in this one and place this on the inside of this card, ready for you to put your verse in and to whoever it is going to. So I'm just going to get another tube of my all-purpose glue, just because this one is running out and it's taking too long to get down to the bottom. What I might do is just turn that upside down for the time being. So come in with your all-purpose glue just down the centre, a bit of tacky glue in these corners, and then place onto your mirror like so. Oops. Give it a good press down. Just move that to the side and let that one stick for a moment. Same again with the other panel. Bit of purpose glue down the middle. bit of tacky glue on the edges, and then attach to your gold mirror like so. And then these, I decide which way around I'm going to put these on, whether I'm going to put the one that will cut the wrong end or that one that I'm going to put in the middle. I think what I'm going to do is this one's going to go on the front, that one's going to go on the inside. So we'll do this one first. As I say, when I've seen people make these cards, I've never seen them decorate this panel here. So I've decided to do the inside of this one just to be a little bit different. So that's going to stick onto there, and go the same way with this one, the all-purpose down the middle again, bit of tacky glue on the corners, like so. Make sure it's up the right way when you stick it onto your card. And then that's that bit done on the inside. Just move my scissors and my pencil out of the way. So that'll go like that. And this will go on the top here. Again, I'm not going to use this middle frame. I mean, if you wanted to, you could put it in the middle there. You could put your verse in the middle, or you could put your verse inside and then put this over the top, or you could cut the verse out using a die cut, and then you could put that around the die that you've cut out, and then you could stick that on the inside of your card if you wish. Just going to find my strips again. So I'm just going to put these strips onto this one. All the way around. Sorry, not all the way around, because it's going to be a half card. I want this to come over the edge a little bit. I might have to snip that off. And I'm going to have to do the same on this one. These ones are sticky pads. Ooh. Are a little bit tricky once you stuck these down to get off. Hopefully this is not going to show up on the front of my card when I pull these off. Pull that off there like so. Better. And this one is going to go in there. I'm going to turn that way, flip it over. Let's get some of these foam pads and use some of these little tiny ones that I cut into squares just to go down here. And that should be it. and then place this one. Just going to put a bit of tacky glue. I don't always put tacky glue on the backs of my foam pads. I'm just putting them on there just so that I have enough time, if I need to, I can wriggle it around a little bit. Just making sure that it's not coming over that side. And then for this one, I only have this sentiment left, which is just for you. So I'm going to go with that one, which I'm going to put that onto foam pads. And then I'm going to stick this one just in this bit here, like so, and that'll stand up just like that. So it'll be like that when you open it, and like that when it's standing up. And now I'm just going to finish this one off with a few gemstones from the same ones that I used earlier on my other card. A couple of big ones. I'm not going to put them on the blue, I'm just going to put them on the red bit. Just going to go one big one, oops, one medium one, one teeny tiny one on there, and then here I'm going to put one there, and one there. Hopefully that one, lost its sticky on that one, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of glue. I'm going to have to bring in my picky up tool to pick that one up and to place that one onto there. So that is my third and final card for that one. So I'll just going to bring in all of the cards that I have done in this session. So out of that one topper set, I got 3 cards. One a easel card, one a normal opening card, and one a Z fold. And I still have that little bit of paper, a couple of bits of card, a little bit of border, and I still have 2 gold frames as well. But I'll keep them because I do have some other Christmas toppers that did not get any card or insert papers with them, which might come in handy for some of my spare topper sets that I've got. So I've got some Christmas ones on that I might be able to use a little bit, make smaller cards with some of the spare toppers that I get left over from some of them. So that is my 3 cards for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like what you see, then please do like and subscribe to my channel. And until the next time when I come back, it'll probably be another Christmas classic because I'm trying to get some Christmas cards made. So I'll probably be sticking with the Christmas theme for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye for now.